Because, the standard is like, women, sometimes it can be like, you should want me just because I'm a woman. Oh,
I'm
my
fine.
God. Because I'm fine.
I got a big butt, hips.
Yeah, but you ain't 21 no more. I said this. I said, if you're an alpha male and you walk into a room, this before they know what type of material things that you have. If you're an alpha male and you're confident, certain women are automatically going to submit.
Right. So now, as far as you have both parents in the home, but the child still feels motherless or fatherless.
Right.
So now you grow with this idea of marriage don't mean nothing. Marriage, why is everybody saying get married and have kids? It's because that's not what they saw.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they grow up in the house and they see their mother doing everything, or they see their father doing everything, and the mother's not playing the mother role and the father's not playing the father role. Because there is no, that goes back to what you were saying, make sure that you know the person that you get married, and you should never, I don't care if you do get pregnant. I know that was a thing back in the day where if you got pregnant, you have a shotgun wedding. You know what I mean? Just to me, it was more so for other people than it was for the both of you.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because you didn't want to be shamed. You didn't want to be embarrassed.
Exactly.
But is this person really the person that you supposed to do life with?
So don't just go marrying because you
know what
pregnant.
I mean? Because you will end up in situations like that.
Right.
You married to somebody, they don't even know how to be a father. They don't even know how to be a man. Or they don't even know how to be a woman. Do you know what I mean? So unless I'm talking about a wife or a husband, they've never had that played out before them.
Right. So it's like being in a crowded room but still feel all alone.
That's right. So it's just basically contaminating the kids.
Right.
Because they grow up and they don't feel like it's important.
Right.
For the family unit.
No, that's
which
good.
is so far from the truth.
Right.
That's so far from the truth, because even though you had that situation, that's not the way it was meant to be.
Right. Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's, how we were talking about earlier, how it takes you years to realize why do you feel a certain way, or why you have this perspective.
Right.
That's why.
Right.
You end up going through life making bad decisions. You know what I mean? And this is why you have this outlook on this situation, because of what you experienced. It wasn't a positive experience.
Right. And see, even with that brings the thought to my mind. A child that come up like that can despise marriage versus a child that just had a missing piece that didn't see marriage. They may long for marriage because they never had it, and their idea of marriage is a unit, which what they thirsting after. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. So that's good. A child raised with two parents that's toxic may never get married because they blueprint a marriage.
Or one parent toxic. And when we saying toxic, you talk to your spouse in any kind of way, you talk to the children in a kind of way, you're mean, you're unloving, you don't hug them, you don't care for them. Do you know what I mean? It's, you just don't know how to be a father.
Because look at this, and this just with us, it's like if we hug and embrace each other, our kids will say ugh as a child, but when they get older, I saw my daddy hug my mama.
And they need to see that.
Yeah, they need to see it.
They say ugh, but that's their security.
Exactly.
That makes them feel good that they have parents. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us know what it feels like to not have seen that, and to not to, or you at school and you see other kids. They have both their parents, or my mother, my mama couldn't come today because my mama had to work, but you saw all the other kids with their parents,
right,
at school at the whatever dinner,
because they don't care about,
or whatever event.
Yeah, they don't care about mama have to work. I'm not gonna say they don't care about it, they don't understand it, mama got to work.
They
All they know
understand.
is the other kids' parents there, mine not.
That's right. And
Yeah.
they cry.
And it may not be
And
their
they
parent
hurt.
fault because she have to work and take care of those cubs.
That's right.
But if it was a two-parent, the likelihood of one of them being available, you know,
You can
is
work
there.
it
because
out.
sometimes both of them may have to work. But I'm just saying a likelihood
Right.
that you can, one of them can be there.
So
No, that's good.
We just have to be really mindful.
No,
a lot of times
absolutely.
people do weddings for clout.
Right. I'm about to,
You
I
know
was
what I'm
just
saying?
about to
They
hit you
do.
with that one now.
They do. They do.
Some
But
people-
what I'm saying is we got to have more. We need to start having more weddings, more unions,
Yeah.
more partnerships.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the likelihood, I've been there, me personally, myself, done that.
Mm-hmm.
Where you've heard people say whenever you get pregnant
Mm-hmm.
and have kids out of wedlock, you hear them say, most of the times the two people that end up not together.
Right.
And in your mind, you always thinking, well, that's not going to be me.
Yeah, that's not gonna be
that's
me.
not going to be me.
We all said that before.
We all said that because I'm different. This
Right.
is a different situation. Baby, no.
Let me
Because
tell
they
you something.
always said, the old people always say, when you marry, you can't just walk away. Or
Right.
you're not just going to walk
Right.
away when
Right.
you're married.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
But when you're not married, it's easier for you to not take care of your responsibilities. It's easier for you to just walk away.
Yeah. But then again, like we said, we're not gonna promote getting married if the situation is
I
not
don't
right.
agree with that.
I don't agree with that
No,
at
I
all.
don't agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? And then, so another question may be, is marriage the end goal? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just saying whether you have, because some people just probably better off being single, babe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some
Yeah.
people probably just 100% better off being single.
Right.
So-
Yeah, and Ricky Smiley, he said this about kids. You know how he raised a lot of his. I don't know if there were his nieces, nephews, in the mix with his children, but he says, I think that the women need to let the men raise the men, and they need to stay out of it. And I agree with that, 100%, because a woman don't know some things to even try to teach a man on how to be a man because she's not a man.
Right.
She's not a man, and we have our roles mixed up.
Right.
We overstep our boundaries. It's some things that I can talk to my daughters about that you can't
That
talk
I'm
to
just
her about.
absolutely not
You wouldn't
gonna
even
talk about.
understand
Right.
to
right.
even talk to her
Right.
about those things
Right.
or
Right.
him. You know what I'm saying? And same way with the son. There's just some things I just
Right.
can't teach
Right.
them.
And see, that's a portion when we say both parents are there. One parent may not even have the wisdom, and that come with them not being on the same page. You know, so they
Right.
may not even have the wisdom. One may be teaching, it's okay. I'd rather do this with my child than they go in the world and do it. But you may feel different, like, don't do it at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I am. Don't.
That's right.
Like-
But that's this when you said, when you were talking about, have your children by your spouse and you can raise them together. Y'all need to be on the same page with that.
Coming in.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Because when you have children out of wedlock and your child is going to this home and then they're coming back to your home, you're going to have two different views most of the times. And then if someone else come into the picture, if she or he gets somebody, they're going to have different views. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
some of the things that your kid is getting taught, you don't 100% agree with it, or those some of the things that you wouldn't teach them.
Right, absolutely.
But you have no control over it.
Absolutely.
But when you in the inside,
Your influence.
that's right. You have total control
Yeah,
because it's those things that you do day in and day out
yes.
is what they're gonna pick up.
That's good.
Do
babe.
you know what I mean?
That's good.
So we got to get that right.
We got to get it right.
Because
And it's none of us is perfect.
no, we're not.
That's the thing about it, man. So if you just sit down and say, like, if I sit down and say, man, where can I get better with raising my children? Asking yourself, not including you. You know what I'm saying? You do it on your own. But I sit back by myself and say, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? Could I have done this better? Or, you know what I'm saying? How can I open up a line of communication better with my children? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All that little stuff. Be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? But what we do, we live this false reality. We want to act like we got it together and we're raising our children. We're the champions and we leading the score. But man, stop all that. Stop putting on for everybody and just get back to the basics. That, you know what? That's the title. Back to the basics.
Get back to the basics.
Yeah.
And going back to when I was talking about Ricky Smiley, he also said this. He said that women raise their girls, but they baby their sons. And that is so true. Why? Because women are supposed to raise their women, teach them women things, but we can't teach them boy things. Do you know what I'm saying? So we baby them like we would baby our girls to make them soft.
Right.
But they need to be hard. They need to be strong. They need to be able to wear the weight of the family on their backs.
Right. Because the mother is more of a nurturer than the dad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Except for when it comes to little girls. I got to work on that area. I got to work on that one. But, you know, by nature, you know, you guys are nurturers. Right. And we are disciplinarians.
As you should.
And, you know, put vision in place and leadership.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to one of my friends. He was just talking about women are independent, women are strong, and I said, simply, I just said, why? I said, because when the man is not there, and the woman say, because by nature they're survivors also. By nature, she said, I got to take care of my cubs. I'm going to go get this job. I'm going to further my education so I can take care of them. But by that time, when Billy Bob done came in the door, you already strong, independent, been doing it on your own. So Billy Bob, unless you just a strong alpha male that has vision, leadership, already together, not trying to figure it out, you're going to have a problem, sir.
They not going to listen to you.
They not going to listen to you.
You know?
No woman that's been doing it on her own that long, unless, because I was also telling my friend this, I said, and y'all don't beat me up because I can see how this can go. And I'm very conscious of this. I said this. I said, if you're an alpha male and you walk into a room, this before they know what type of material things that you have, if you're an alpha male and you're confident, certain women are automatically going to submit. Right. Simply because, you said it right there. What happened when I walked in that room gliding?
Because that's attractive.
Exactly.
That's what we need. That's how God made us. That's how God made you.
Exactly. So I said, that's your end right there. Just to be an alpha male and confident. Now, you need to have some stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, well, baby, I'm trying to figure things out and you 40 something. Let's just be honest. So that's not going to happen. It's not going to work. But these things, just, you know, just taking it back. We need to be together, and I'm saying adults or people that have children need to be up to par so the kids won't have that missing piece. So it's going to start with us. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And you were just saying, like, it'll be hard for a man to, like, if a woman is independent and she raised her kids, daughters and sons in that manner, it's going to be hard for a man to come in and try to change that and to throw his title around. Right. Because like in that song it said that this just my baby daddy. As if I can remember correctly on the video, you know, this man was coming around and he was trying to date this single mom with these kids, but they were so disrespectful. They didn't want to hear them. They would say, you ain't my daddy, shut up. You know what I mean? Right. And you know, I can understand that. Like a kid's just like, well, that's not my daddy. You know, you can't just tell me what to do. That's how they feel because
Right. So that's why a wise man wouldn't come in trying to just come put order like this is how it is. No, you gotta slide in there and you know what I'm saying? Just let it happen natural. Don't come in just rolling with an iron fist. You're gonna have some patience. That's just the bottom line. Especially when you chose to marry somebody and she got an old 15-year-old. And nowadays these 15-year-olds be 6'8". You know what I'm saying? 6'7". I'm like, woo.
And especially in today's time, oh gosh, with what these kids have been exposed to, what they have access to, and you know, the mom's having to work and she can't keep an eye on all of this stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's gonna be hard for a man to come in, I think, to take a woman as a wife,
Right.
with a couple of kids,
Right.
unless he's known her. It can happen. I'm not saying it won't. I think it's a beautiful thing if that does happen. But I think her chances are not that
but
good.
that's the good thing. Talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I mean, what do you think?
No, absolutely, baby.
Like if I had
so
our
if I
3
met you
kids.
today and I see your
Or
4 little cubs running around, because a man is automatically evaluating the situation. I'm talking about a grown man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That we come in and say, because, you know, the standard is like, women, sometimes it can be like, you should want me just because I'm a woman. Oh
I'm
my
fine.
God. Because I'm fine.
And I got a big butt, hips.
Yeah, but you ain't 21 no more. You 39 with 3 kids.
All right.
And you
now.
wagging these kids around. So a man, a wise man, and a man got himself together is going to take all that to account. So what he's going to do is, all right, I'm just saying me personally. I say, okay, let me see how these children respect their mama. Let me see if she tell them to do something, are they going to talk back and get sassy and all that. But for me at this day and time, if I came over and you got 3 little cubs and they disrespectful to you, I'm running as fast as I can. As far as the east is to the west. Because I know there will be an issue. You know, I know there will be an issue with me. So
What if they were disciplined?
if they were disciplined, then I look at all the factors.
Yeah,
you know,
still a lot to consider.
yeah, it's a lot to consider. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you got children, you know, that's a lot.
Yeah. So y'all done came together. You got 3 cubs. I got 2.
Yeah.
And then, because you also got to look at, when we come together, we're going to be step parents.
Yeah.
So, are my kids going to respect you? Is the mother of my children going to get along with you? The father of your children? You know, it's so many things to
Many
consider.
different variables.
That's why I don't have an age as far as you saying marrying someone. But marry somebody at a nice age, have children together and grow together. Rather than wait until you 40 something and then you gotta deal with man them.
Not man.
That's disrespectful.
Baby.
He done been a juvenile 2 times and that become my
Baby.
issue. You know what I'm saying? But we want to hear from you guys. Go ahead and hit those comments. This is a little more serious topic today. Hit those comments. Let us know your experiences. And then just how you feel about it. What's your opinion? What is your perspective
Right.
on these things? Because we all know a perspective also is where you're looking from.
Right. That's right. And you gotta have something to look forward to.
We look forward to hearing from you. Like
Share,
and subscribe. It's Derrick and